Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Coronation Street lines up major love triangle for Bethany Platt return plot. Coronation Street has officially confirmed plans to revisit the romantic feelings between Bethany Platt and Daniel Osborne. Bethany will be heading back to the Cobbles in the near future, as Lucy Fallon recently returned to filming after 3 years away. Corey has now revealed that Daniel will split from Daisy Midgley in the coming weeks as he discovers the upsetting truth about her affair with Ryan Connor. Speaking to Digital Spy and other media in a recent press call, Coronation Street's producer Ian McLeod commented, "I veer week to week from being Team Daniel/Daisy to Team Ryan/Daisy, and I think that's really unusual. Normally in shows like ours, when you have an affair storyline, you end up having to make one person behave really badly in order to motivate their partner cheating, but this has been so organic from the start. I entirely understand Daisy's feelings for Daniel, where they come from and the depth of those, but I also understand the depth of feeling she's got for Ryan, having survived this terrible ordeal. I honestly don't know who I'm rooting for, in a really good way, I think. I've got very divided loyalties." Suffice to say, it obviously ends up in a right pickle. Daisy's feelings for Ryan can't go undiscovered by Daniel forever, so he does indeed start to cotton on to what's going on for these two, the intensity of feeling they have for each other, and the betrayals they've committed behind his back. There's a lot of really tense scenes where Daniel's starting to put the pieces together. We see a slight revisiting of some of Daniel's darkness, not quite to the extent of him pushing anyone down the stairs this time. But what we do know about Daniel is that when pushed into an emotional corner, there's a switch that goes, and he's capable of doing some fairly underhand and fairly classically dark things. We'll see flashes of that as the story unfolds, and some excellent soapy manipulations on his part to try and distance Ryan from Daisy. But in the end, it all comes crashing down. There are some fantastic scenes concerning the end of that relationship, and some big dilemmas for Daisy in terms of, if not Daniel, then is Ryan the right choice? If I were to choose him, would that be purely because he's now the default setting? Or is that really what I want? Obviously, Ryan in the middle of that is quite a vulnerable guy at this time, and he stands to get his heart trampled on if he's not careful. The drama between Daniel and Daisy means that emotions are running high in Weatherfield when Bethany returns after Christmas. Fans can expect tension between Daisy and Bethany as they realize that they're now rivals for Daniel's affections. McLeod continued, "In the middle of this really very volatile cocktail arrives Bethany, who's obviously got lots of history with Daniel. That very much sharpens Daisy's focus in terms of how she feels about Daniel. Suddenly there's a romantic thread on the cards, and that recalibrates how Daisy feels about the whole enterprise. It's a really brilliant, classic soap story. We were, without duplicating anything, attempting to go for something that had the same level of emotional heft as some of the classic affairs of yore, the Deirdre and Mike stuff. Something that's a love triangle for the ages, I suppose. It's going to run deep into next year as all these unresolved feelings are buried. But like all good buried feelings, they all come back to the surface with a bang or two across the following 12 months. Confirming a shift in Bethany's character, McLeod added, "She's a slightly different proposition now from when we last saw her. There's been a number of years that have elapsed. She's grown up quite a lot, and she's had the beginnings of a successful journalism career in London. She turns back up and is instantly a foe for Daisy. They're very evenly matched now. Bethany might once have seemed like a younger woman or a girl. She's very much more a woman now and more on Daisy's level, so it's a really heavyweight tussle between these two women, which I'm really looking forward to seeing more of."